Someone asked how I prepare couscous. So today I'll talk about my couscous. In Sicily we have a long tradition about this kind of food. So from the northern of Africa, couscous arrived in this island, in this hot island. And today we'll talk about couscous in Sicily and couscous in my home. A very special food for very special and sexy occasions. A food for love, a food for peace. I like couscous in a traditional way, and I like to cook couscous in a traditional way. When I wish to make something special, I put couscous in a large dish with some cold and salt water. I mix well and leave to stand for 20 minutes. 20 minutes, people. In a while, I prepare some stock inside the inferior part of the typical pot of couscous. The typical pot for couscous is a special pot. It's similar to a double boiler. I used to put a dishcloth with water on the floor between the two parts of pot. I steam couscous for 3 times. The first time for 15 minutes, the second for 10 minutes and the third for 10 minutes too. Among every time and the other, I put couscous in the large dish for 10 minutes, and at the end I put couscous in a dish with some butter. I like butter. We must prepare the seasoning for couscous now. We can prepare it with meat or fish or vegetables, but this is my favorite. Well, we must saute pure olive oil with some chili, scalogno, celery, carrot, and inside a bit of bacon. When all is well browning, we must throw in some pepper in little pieces and other vegetables like zucchini and eggplant and so on, only little and thin pieces. When we see that vegetables take out their water, we must add meat. I usually use all kinds of meat: beef, pork, chicken, all of them in little pieces and strips. When we add meat and we can see that it begins to soak up vegetables' water, we must sprinkle with white wine, a good white Sicilian wine, very good. Well, at this point, when meat makes colorful, it's the time of tomatoes. I prefer the pacchino. What's pacchino? It's a very good kind of a little tomato, typical made in Sicily, small and exquisite. And salt and cook on a low flame, so meat remains tender. It's important, people and listeners. Meat must remain tender. As in a passion, when you want to feel all of your partner. Low flame. Well, at this point we can add spices. Usually I use chives, coriander, ginger and curry, but not much. And also rosemary, basil, sage, thymus, marjoram, oregano, but not much. Well, I suggest that about spices you can indulge your fancy as you want and as your taste desires. Desires are very important because our desires are very important when we cook couscous. And now we can put together in the same dish both couscous and the seasoning, and you must know that couscous is a really an aphrodisiac food. Remember. So, dear listeners, good appetite and bye bye to the next episode. Ciao!